Hello everyone, my name is Eric McGill. Today I'm going to discuss how social media has become more harmful than beneficial to society. Social media has become an intricate part of our daily lives. Whether it be used for communication with friends and family or as a source for information and news, social media has also become a leading source in the spread of misinformation, the growing crisis of cyberbullying, and various privacy concerns. Social media has proven to be more harmful through the misinformation shared on various platforms, the presence of cyberbullying, and the privacy concerns that have been raised by users and governments alike. Social media has become a breeding ground for misinformation. Over the years, the usage of social media has skyrocketed from just 5% of Americans using these platforms in 2005 to 72% of Americans using social media as of 2021, according to the Pew Research Center. With the rapidly rising number of users on these platforms, there is bound to be misinformation shared from time to time. But in recent years, it has reached a new and potentially dangerous level. According to an article from PBS NewsHour, a Facebook search for the words election fraud first delivers an article claiming that workers at a Pennsylvania children's museum are brainwashing children so that they will accept stolen election results. Clearly, with more research, one can realize that these allegations are blatantly false. But to some Facebook users who do not conduct more research or believe everything they read that has been shared by their friends, this can lead to a spread of misinformation regarding the integrity of elections. Social media has also contributed to the spread of misinformation through the COVID-19 pandemic. According to researchers at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, there has been a direct correlation between locations where Twitter misinformation originated from and subsequent spikes in COVID-19 infections and deaths in those same areas weeks later. By using a technique called geographic information systems, researchers were able to determine the origin points of tweets that were spreading the false information and correlated that with data from the CDC regarding the number of confirmed cases in those same areas. And they determined that the areas where the false information was originating from had higher numbers of infections and confirmed cases of COVID-19 than areas that were not known to have spread this misinformation. In addition to the spread of misinformation, social media has increasingly become a focal point for cyberbullying. As social media continues to expand its reach, so does the amount of time users spend on these platforms. According to a study by the University of Georgia, increased hours spent on social media can increase the risk of a child being bullied online or becoming a cyberbully themselves. The study found that when adolescents use social media for longer periods of time, they adapt to a different set of social norms than when they are interacting with others in person. Oftentimes, they are more aggressive or critical on social media because of their anonymity they have online and their ability to avoid retaliation. Additionally, cyberbullies may feel less remorse or empathy when engaging in these behaviors because they do not see the direct impact of their actions. The isolation or detachment that has resulted from the increased uses of social media has significantly impacted adolescents and put them at increased risk for being cyberbullied or cyberbullying others. Social media has also presented various privacy concerns to its users. Concerns about privacy have spiked in recent years as incidents of data breaches have alarmed many users and forced them to analyze the security of their personal information. One of the largest social media data breaches in recent memory occurred when consulting agency Cambridge Analytica exploited the personal information of over 50 million Facebook users in 2016, according to Tulane University. This data breach, along with several others, has decreased public trust in how social media companies access and store their users' personal data. According to a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, 80% of social media users report being concerned about businesses and advertisers accessing and using their personal data that is obtained by social media companies. These growing privacy concerns have prompted calls for increased government regulations of social media companies. Concerns have especially been raised regarding the social media platform TikTok, which is owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance. TikTok, which has more than 1 billion global users and an estimated 135 million users in the United States, has access to a treasure trove of personal information and data from its users, and there are concerns that the Chinese government has access to this information. Regardless of whether the Chinese government has access to TikTok users' personal data, the vast amount of data being collected and stored by TikTok is a concerning issue in itself. Let me end by saying that social media has become an ever-growing presence in our daily lives. Whether it be used as a form of communication or entertainment, social media plays a crucial role in keeping people informed, but there are also numerous concerns regarding the spread of misinformation on these platforms as well. Additionally, cyberbullying has become a growing component of social media, and the platforms have not done enough to mitigate the threat. Finally, social media's collection of personal data and user privacy has become a growing topic of concern for its users, and could very well be the greatest threat of social media. Overall, social media has become more harmful than beneficial to society. Thank you.